Alright, what did you do this time, RythemBeat? You farmed gas, you farmed worms, and now you're scamming people? I thought I could trust you. I thought you were a nice guy. Well, those days are over. I realized that to be attractive, you gotta be a bad boy. And so I decided to give someone 99 coins instead of 100 coins. What? Yeah, I'm the greatest scammer. What can I say? Alright, no, I actually did not scam anyone. I would never scam. Well, except for like that one time when I said I would do daily uploads, but hey, I'm busy sometimes, okay? I'm trying my best. So, what's with the title and thumbnail? Obviously for clickbait, but no, I actually got called a scammer in Hypixel Skyblock. You might be wondering, why? Why would someone call RythemBeat a scammer if RythemBeat did not scam anyone? Well, there could only be one logical explanation. Either I'm actually a scammer, or the other guy is, how to put this nicely, delusional? Okay, so let's go back in time. It was June 27, 2022. I was farming gas in Hypixel Skyblock. When the gas stopped spawning, I decided to check on Discord. And Lord behold, I received a message from one of my friends. He rarely messages me on Discord, which made me think something is wrong. So in the first few messages, he said that I put something up on the auction house. Okay, nothing crazy so far. Then he said that someone asked him to ask me for a refund. And you know what the reasoning for the refund is? I had a headache. You know what? It may not be a great excuse, but hey, at least that person didn't say his little brother played on his account or something. Because if I had a little brother, he probably would throw away all of my items, not buy some random thing on the auction house. I will give that person's excuse a solid 6 out of 10. The excuse definitely needs some improvements. Maybe you'll get a signature from a doctor confirming that he had a headache that day. Even if he had a headache, I would not give him a refund. Now I sound like the bad guy here. But in reality, I'm just doing what any reasonable person would do. Keep watching this video and you will understand why giving a refund would be such a dumb idea. Before I continue my story, let me first give this guy a random name. Let's call him Bob. Alright, so I told my friend to message Bob about how I refused to give him a refund. You would think that Bob would just give up and accept his loss. But no. Bob decided to message my friend again. Bob told my friend that if I don't give him a refund, he will report me to a Skyblock Discord and get me on the scammer list. Hold on, I'm not done yet. It gets even better. Apparently, Bob will also report me to the admins for cheating. Honestly, I wouldn't mind because I am innocent. But if an admin is checking up on me, hopefully they don't just pop out of nowhere. I'll just be fishing and then some admin just appears in front of my face, and I'll be like, is that a Yeti? Oh wait, no, it's Miniclune. So normally I would be like, go ahead, report me. But then I was like, maybe I can message this guy and see what he's on about. Why? Because free content, duh. Alright, so I added Bob on Discord and told him directly that I would not give him a refund. What was the item that I sold to him? Well, it was a gas cloak that had mana pool and lifeline. At the time, I sold it for 3.5 million coins, which was a fair price back then. How do I know it's a fair price? Well, because it was the lowest price amongst the gas cloaks that have the same two attributes. Also, Bob was not the only person that bought my gas cloaks with mana pool and lifeline. There were other people that were willing to pay the same price for the gas cloak. Again, suggesting that the price is fair. If it is not a fair price, then people wouldn't buy it. Unless you're a rich Hypixel Skyblock YouTuber that takes contraband. And let me tell you one more important thing. I only put up the gas cloak in the auction house. I did not advertise in the hub saying that it is a great deal or that you can flip it for more money or that you can find love if you buy the item. False advertising would fall under scamming, but the only thing I did was put an item up on the auction house. Bob, you had the time to look at the item before buying it. I don't care if you have a headache. I don't know Bob's age and I won't ask for his age because that's weird. But back when I was 13 or 14 years old and playing on Minecraft servers, when I take a bad trade, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, the other guy is scamming me. If anything, I scammed myself. And look, I sometimes do auction flips, and there are times that I have to take a loss. Instead of going to the seller and saying, please give me a refund, you scammer, I would just accept the fact that I made a bad choice. Let's think of it this way. If I bought Ender Dragon Pet today, and the next day the Ender Dragon Pet price is dropped because the admins decide to nerf the pet, would it be fair for the seller if I asked for a refund? Obviously not. Hey, let's give an even better example. Let's say I invest in Amazon, and then the next day the company's stock is not doing so well. Then I go ask Jeff Bezos, yo, can you give me a refund? I don't want to lose money, and the stock you sold gave me a headache. I did feel a little bad for Bob, so I gave him a great suggestion. Put it back on the auction house. He told me the gas cloak is now worth 2.8 million coins instead of 3.5 million coins. He went through the trouble of contacting my guild leader, who doesn't even play Skyblock anymore, to tell me that I scammed him of what? 700k? Now, I know that 700k might be a lot for people that are starting out on Hypixel Skyblock, but I did a bit of research and I found that this guy had decent gear like Necron armor. I'm a little disappointed, Bob. And you know what disappoints me even more? After giving him the suggestion, he told me that I still scammed him by putting an item higher than what it's worth. First of all, the lowest bid for the same gas cloak was 3.6 million coins, which made me put mines up for 3.5 million coins. So no, it wasn't higher than what it's worth. Then he gave me a lecture about how I can't just assign a value for the gas cloak. Then what am I supposed to do? Look at my item and hope it will start talking and tell me how much it's worth? He even gave the analogy of putting up a stick for 1 billion coins. Okay, sure. If I advertise that the stick is the first stick has ever existed on Hypixel Skyblock and was used by a famous YouTuber, then I would be considered scamming. But if someone only puts up a stick for 1 billion coins and not advertise it, it is not considered scamming. It could be considered IRL trading if someone randomly buys a stick from the auction house for a lot of money, but it's definitely not scamming. If you're buying something, you should look carefully. Hypixel even warns you whether or not you really want to buy the item. A little tip for you guys. When you guys are buying things like armor and weapons, check the enchants and attributes as well, because they affect the value of the gear. But according to Bob, I should price a Chimera Daedalus axe the same price as a Daedalus axe with Swarm. Attributes does not really matter, right? Alright, so why are you offering me 9 million coins for a mana pool and breeze gas cloak? Man, I was about to be the one with the headache. Thankfully, I calmed down after doing Wolf Slayers, and guess what happened? I got an Overflux capacitor. You know what? I think I have to thank Bob for his conversation. If it wasn't for Bob, I probably would have not tried to cool down my head by doing Wolf Slayers and drop myself an Overflux capacitor. Hopefully, he doesn't find this video and try to ask me for a share of the Overflux, because I sarcastically said that he is the reason for why I dropped the Overflux. Like, yep, I would just cut the Overflux in half so that it becomes an Underflux. Anyways, Bob was running out of ideas and made the excuse that I was a market manipulator. Yep, I definitely bought out all the gas cloaks and sold them all back for a higher price. No, I simply sold a lot of the gas cloaks that I grinded for at market price. You can watch my previous video about gas farming if you haven't. But then that got me thinking, is market manipulation considered scamming? I remember trying to bid on a Prosecute 6 book and I won the book. I was so happy when I got it for a much cheaper price than the lowest bin. But then I realized that the Prosecute 6 books in the buy it now were made to be more expensive than it really was, meaning that I got tricked. I thought tricks are for kids, but I guess not. It's hard to say if market manipulation is considered scamming. You guys are allowed to have your own opinions. Feel free to comment how you feel about market manipulation. But after my conversation with Bob, it became clear. Market manipulation is not scamming. Why? Because even if people are buying up all the items and charging a higher price for the items, it is up to the buyer's decision. The seller is not pulling any tricks like selling you a completely different item from what you're trying to buy. The Hyperion you bought won't end up turning into a wooden sword after you buy it from the auction house. You are getting the specific item for the indicated price. All you need to do is research to ensure that the price is fair. Not that type of research, Timmy. Some people might even pay more than normal price if they really need it. A good example is paying a bit more for fishing gear when Marina's mayor. I get that market manipulation isn't allowed in real life, but in Hypixel Skyblock, you have all the information you need to make a good buying decision. It might be morally wrong to market manipulate in Hypixel Skyblock, but I believe that it's not scamming. This is coming from the perspective of someone that got tricked by market manipulators and also someone that does not market manipulate. You can go check my auction history if you don't believe me. Go ahead and check my co-op's auction history as well. The funny part is, Bob thinks that holding an item until the price goes up and selling it when the price is high is considered market manipulation. Hey, I guess everyone in Hypixel Skyblock is a scammer now. Now, Bob not only accused me of market manipulation, but he also accused me of cheating. I really want to believe that Bob is just pretending to not use his brain. Judging from his responses, oh no, I think he's serious. I asked him how by quote-unquote scamming, I'm also considered a cheater. And you know his reasoning? Because my profile is sketched due to my API being off. Oh yes, the admins gave everyone the option to turn off API because they totally want to encourage people to cheat. The reason why people are allowed to turn off their API is because of privacy. Some people might be like, if you have nothing to hide, then why turn off off API. Maybe I have a money-making method that I don't want people to know about. Maybe there's another reason. But turning off API does not immediately make someone a cheater. If anything, wouldn't a cheater want to have their API on to make it so that their profile doesn't look suspicious? If something is actually sketch about my profile, then admins can go ahead and check me out, or even check out my co-op members. There's no reason for me to cheat when I have dedicated so much time into the game, but I guess he did not see my skill average on Skycrypt. I don't even use any mods on Hypixel Skyblock because I don't want to risk getting banned. I don't know if you guys know this, but mods are used at your own risk. Even the ones that big Hypixel Skyblock YouTubers use. I know this video is mainly about Flaming Bob, but we don't want to stoop so low. That's why I didn't give out his in-game name. And if you somehow figure out who it is, don't do anything to Bob. It's not worth your time, and like I said, we don't want to stoop that low. But I find it hilarious that people can be hypocritical sometimes. I mean, when I'm a hypocrite and someone points it out, I will acknowledge their comment if it makes sense. But for Bob, it's clear that he does not acknowledge it. I saw that he put a Necromancer sword for 12 million coins higher than market price because it has a tribe member soul. Didn't he tell me that those things don't matter? Oh wait, a gemstone gauntlet for 35 million coins? But I thought you can't assign a price to the items. Wait, a gas cloak for 24 million coins? What? Did your gas cloak speak to you about its worth? Can you tell me how it did that? So I can understand how to price my items? Alright, hold on. One more thing before ending this video. I mean, if you get scammed, I'ma laugh. I'll just leave it at that. That's a formal reply from Bob about 1 year ago. How the tables have turned. If you are watching this video, Bob, I hope you're laughing at yourself because you said you would laugh at someone getting scammed, but you felt that I scammed you. So were you laughing at yourself when you bought the gas cloak? Anyways, that's it from this video. I normally don't make videos about other people because that is such a mean thing to do. But if you start beef and I see that you are clearly in the wrong, then you better watch out. I'ma pull out the 10 commandments and start preaching some random stuff.